someone that just because they're like a Native American gets in performing even when their scores weren't as good as mine, I think that's when like it comes to the point where you're like defeating the purpose.
I want to point out what you said. You said we gave them affirmative action. We gave them this.
That's what I said, but it was never meant to like
Right,
as a white person to give them like something. We never gave them their 40 acres, or like black people in general, we never gave them. We tried to fix their problem.
But subconsciously, you said we gave them this.
Well, we didn't like I don't want to identify in that.
I don't want to identify with it either. It's an ugly thing.
But I don't think I've exploited any power.
It gets to me that this could also be taken away so easily. This privilege that people of color are enjoying right now with affirmative action, it could be withdrawn very quickly, and we would be right back to where we started. A privilege isn't something that can be taken away. It's something that you have and that you're born with. And we weren't born with affirmative action. It was enacted by legislature. And it might not last.
How do you know it's because you're white?
Like you said, you never grew up with people other than white people. So, have you ever been faced with that oppression? Were you ever denied something in your life? People of color have had to experience that their whole lives.
I don't think it's fair to judge me based on the actions of people
That you didn't even know.
Yeah, that I did
You
not
know,
know.
guys, I just realized that I have done a horrible injustice for this whole room. We never defined privilege. Privilege is something that wasn't asked for, it wasn't earned, it was given by the basis of your appearance at birth.
I understand that I have privileges that other people don't because I'm white and male. If someone looks at me and says, oh, they're white and male, they have more privileges than me, so I dislike them, isn't that just like me saying, oh, she's black and female. She has less privileges than me, so I can take advantage of that.
You're looking at somebody and being, I don't like them because they're black, because they're a different color from me, where they're looking at you and they're like, I don't like that they have what I don't have. I don't like that they have something given to them at birth that I'll never have. Is that really the same?
Think about your privilege of having an education in general. You know, the juvenile justice system, that's mostly people of color who never see an education. We don't think that they're ever going to have a job like white people and end up in prison. The people that get to the point where they have the access to apply for a scholarship, that's privilege right there.
I just want to make a assumption challenging moment, which is also that it's really dangerous to live your life in such a way that you assume that people of color or people of any minority status got something only because of their minority status.
Assumptions are going to be dangerous no matter like what we make of them. It's not right for me to assume that people that are getting scholarships are getting them because of their color. It's not right for people to assume that because I'm white, there are certain, like, I've lived my life a certain way, that I've grown up in a certain way.
I definitely see myself making those assumptions, and most of them, sadly enough, are based upon race. And I always feel really bad at the end of the day for
What
that.
made you think that? Who told you these things? Who put these stereotypes and these misconceptions and these assumptions in your head?
The thing that really bothers me is the fact that they're there in the first place.
There is also a theory called being colorblind, and that's like, I don't acknowledge race at all. Like, I don't see it. I am not racist, and I do not allow people to be racist towards me. And that is considered a form of racism because racism does exist, because white people do have power and privilege given to them at birth that they did not ask for.
Race, but I don't dislike or try to slander anybody because of it. I feel guilty for having, you know, this, like, some of this privilege.
I feel guilty too. It's not just it's not an exclusive thing.
But sitting there feeling guilty isn't going to serve anybody. Who benefits from that?
Oh, especially the majority.
Who's the majority?
White people.
Right. Is it the responsibility of people of color to educate people that are white? No. The point is to be aware of what power is and what privilege is and how it works and who has it, and if you do have it, to learn how to check it. To learn how to let somebody else use your power and to let yourself make sure that you are not overpowering somebody else with a voice. What is OutYouth? Like, but a place for change. It's like change spreads out from here, from this center. It's like this is kind of that last step, and it's like this community will continue to change and continue to grow, and change will continue to flow out of it.
I always recommend OutYouths to my friends at school when I think they need a community. And they ask me, well, what do you do there? And I say, well, we hang out. And they ask me, well, what good are you doing just hanging out? So it's building a community. It's important.